sir.
We told you probably the first time we had you on that we would do it again. We do it the right way.
Yep. For sure, you did.
I think we're doing it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're gonna have them on again.
You feel me?
This is what we were talking about. We say we do
it's
it
gonna
the right
be a step
like,
above.
Welcome to JKI Studio.
Exactly.
What's up?
Hey man, welcome back to another episode of the Juh Kickin It Podcast with your favorite host D-Lo and
Matt Wood. You know the drill.
Y'all seen him?
Yeah.
Man. This is our dog. This is our brother. But to him, to y'all know him as a color analyst. Mm-hmm. Y'all also know him as a host.
Okay.
A host of the Nothing Easy with Cole show.
Okay, gas me up a little bit.
Light on college sports.
Okay.
Hey man, welcome back to the show, my brother.
Yes, sir. It's good to see y'all boys, man. It is amazing.
It's been a minute since we got to talk ball.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a long time. Has it been since draft season?
Yes.
That was the last time we talked?
Yes. Really? It's about that time.
It's been a while.
Oh man.
This is the best time of the year.
Yeah. It is.
This time from late August to early January, early February, it don't really get no better.
Yeah. It doesn't get better, but at the same time, like, if you're a fan of a team, it's the worst. Like, your stress levels are going to rise.
Yeah.
Your stress levels will rise.
Agreed, bro.
Damn.
That's so true. I mean, the weekends just feel different, bro.
I mean, you got a little more motivation during the week.
Yeah.
Like, even when it gets stressful, like where I'm like, I do know at 12 o'clock on Saturday, I'm going to wake up.
You feel me?
Seeing Ohio State versus Texas. Like,
you feel me?
All right, but see, the worst part about me, I got to be at a wedding on Saturday. So I don't even really get to enjoy, like, college football. Yeah, bro, I'll be at a wedding. Like, original plan, like, if the wedding wasn't happening, right?
Yes.
I'd be in Greenville.
Yeah.
I'd call my first game of the season. It'd be Furman versus William and Mary. It's going to be probably a really good game. And then I probably would have enjoyed college football. Would have probably stayed up there for an extra day, whatever. Would have had my fiance with me. Would have really enjoyed it. But instead, we will be going down south to a wedding.
Bro, you gotta go support. What? How you watch the games? YouTube TV.
Well, see, I made an impulsive decision last week. I made an impulsive decision. I went ahead and got the new ESPN bundle with Hulu. Yeah, I already have Disney Plus.
Had that, though.
No. It's a different bundle though, because they relaunched the platform, but they added more stuff to ESPN. So you would have to have your whatever TV service provider. Like if you had AT&T, that's the only way you could watch ESPN when it was live or ESPN2 or whatever. Now I don't have to have any of that. I just go to Hulu, and then I can just watch ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN3, ESPNU.
Fox games. We on the tangent, but what about the Fox games?
But all right, look.
Cause that's the first game of the year. The first game. And what's crazy? I gotta go on this tangent because this had me a little messed up. I was like, I'm gonna watch the game.
That's fair.
Fox and YouTube TV was in a dispute.
That's fair. Yeah, it was.
And we didn't even know how we was gonna watch it. I got YouTube TV. I was like, I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna stream East, but
I was about to say I didn't want to air him out like that, because the fans be listening. I know my iPhone just heard me. I didn't say nothing, but but it's that's probably how I watch it. But I mean, look, because the wedding, the game plan is, I'm in the wedding, so I have to be there.
Oh yeah, you cook.
Yeah, I have to be there. I have to be there.
You have to be
if I wasn't in that wedding, it'd have been like.
Wait, would it be bad if you're up there, right, and your conjure got your phone
bro, I'm gonna do that though. I'm the best man in the wedding, so I can't even pretend. Bro, I can't. Bro, I ain't gonna lie though. I might put on my little Meta AI glasses and then just listen to the game and just have my phone tucked away. Hey, I might do that though, cause I ain't gonna lie. There's some games I can't miss.
Y'all some games. Y'all gotta go do something this Saturday. Figure it out.
Hey,
you figure it out.
I might have just put a small plug for Meta AI right there. Low key just kind of plug. Hey, for about $400, you can get your glasses as well, and you can listen to games and do whatever at a wedding.
Jesus commission.
But yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, on the way back, I'm deciding if I want wifey to drive, and then I just watch the Clemson and LSU game on the way back, or if I'm just gonna have to like play it on Bluetooth, and then I'll probably be like looking up and down like in the little console area just to see what's going on. But I don't know. I'm still deciding. So we'll see.
Man, obviously y'all can tell we love this game of football. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
much.
Like we just love you having podcasts like these, bro.
Yeah.
But to start us off, dog,
Mhm.
just tell us about the beginning of your football years and what just drove you to the game itself.
Ooh, man. It's very ironic timing that you're bringing this up.
Yeah.
And you're aware because we had this discussion this morning, right before we left our workout. Shout out to Vic Bolton, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Vic Bolton was the first assistant coach I've ever had in my football career. He was the most patient person when it came to like teaching me game. I mean, I was getting ready to go into 5th grade, and little did I know that him teaching me how to snap a football would take me from that point on all the way to where I'm at now, where I played college ball, was started in high school, started in college, and here we are now. But it started then. So shout out to him. May God rest your soul for sure. But that's how it started. That's when the love started, and then it became more of a thing where, how some people say like they believe like in a higher power, like they believe in God, but they don't really like have that. They don't have that conviction until later down in life as they get older. That's what it was kind of like with football for me.
Okay.
I really liked the game. Of course, I loved watching the game. I loved watching, especially the Falcons. Big Falcons fan. So shout out Penix, do rag them. But I really enjoyed watching them play, and I enjoyed spending that time with my dad because that was the easiest way for us to connect was through football. So as time goes on, like I didn't really have a strong love for the game in terms of playing it at that point.
Okay.
So by the time I looked up, I'm already in high school. I already have my offers and everything. I'm already picked out where I'm going to college.
That's normal for a lot of athletes.
Exactly. Like, but at the same time, like I'm training and it's kind of like, all right, well, every high school athlete, at least I think, at least in my time, like your goal was the NFL no matter what. It's like go to college, I'm gonna ball out, NFL. I got to college and I was like, oh, some jokers that are, these guys are different. Yeah. And once you get to that point where you're starting to dread going to workouts and practice, it's kind of like, all right, it's time to go ahead and hang the cleats up. So, I mean, the love of the game never went away, but the love of playing it did. I just didn't love that grind of playing football anymore. But I love talking about the X's and O's, the strategy of the game, talking about everything that makes the game of football special. I have much more of course I'm an analyst, but I have a little bit more of a coach's mindset when it comes to actually watching the game of football. Right. Because I just enjoy it that much more than actually like lining up against somebody and banging heads. It's fun and all, but it's not something I would want to do, consistently. I mean, all these guys got CTE, and I saw one video. I saw a video of like Antonio Brown, excuse me. A while back, much calmer dude, and then you look at him now, he's kind of like, all right, a little crazier. Yes. Yeah. So I mean, I don't want that for myself, but no, that's kind of where my journey started from way back then with Vic Bolton all the way up to where we are today.
Shout out Vic Bolton. Man.
Oh yeah, man, major love.
Yeah, side tangent. We'll get back real quick, but I know Vic Bolton from just hooping. Everything he's saying about that guy, man, is spot on, bro. Like. He's not hesitant to like extend a hand either, like what I'm saying, or just give you advice or anything, bro. He was like someone I was really able to like talk to off of like outside of being the student in high school for me at least. Yeah. So
bro, if you from Fayette County or the Fayetteville area, you know who he is, bro.
Oh, for sure.
In some type of way, I just thought it was in my head. He's like almost the ultimate father figure of Fayetteville.
Oh, like,
he ever came. He might not even know you. I know him so little because he goes Drazen and y'all. So I've been knowing him, but like he'll go up to any kid and just give you advice, motivation, just put you on the right path, bro. Like So rest his soul, man.
Oh yeah.
He touched a lot of lives and had a great impact on a lot of people, more than just outside his family.
So, for sure. Major love to the Bolton family, man. We love y'all, and our hearts and our prayers are definitely with y'all.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. We talk about the love of the game, though.
Yeah.
That does lead us into kind of our first thing that we got to get off before we get into the NBS, bro.
Sure.
You had the chance to go to the Falcons camp, bro.
Yes.
I need to know a little bit more because, of course, this is my brother, but also a gym brother.
Yeah.
I moved, so I don't get to see him as much.
Yeah,
so I never got the conversation. So, explain to not only me, but how was that experience at the Falcons camp?
Bro, like, I if I could relive one day in my life every single time, it'd be that day. There's been, of course, there's only one other day that I view as up there. That's, of course, my engagement. You know, I can't take that away from wifey. But in terms of anything else, I'd relive that day every single time. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I mean, like, I felt like I belonged up there, like in a media role. Like, it was just amazing to interact with everybody, see how everything works. Like, of course, seeing the guys out there in practice, but also getting to talk with professionals. You know, being up there with Steve Weich, who's the chief national NFL reporter for the NFL Network, and then, you know, a Hall of Famer in Steve Smith Sr., right? You know, you're around two guys that know the game. They know just about everything about the players, teaching you what to look for, you know, teaching you what the, you know, how to watch these guys move to know, you know, if a guy is actually injured and if he's actually going to play or not, or if someone's actually really going to play or not. Like, you can tell these things, you know, watching them communicate with the coaches. Like, coaches are telling these guys, like, guys that are like, oh, like, you know, so-and-so's still hurt. But, you know, these reporters, they know not to report certain things. That's the reason why they get more information. You know, they're trustworthy. You know, they get trustworthy sources because they know when to say something and when not to say something. Right. So it you know, it was amazing, man. You know, and seeing like all the things that they're doing in Flowery Branch with, you know, the facility, the studios, and all the other good stuff, man. I mean, it's lights out up there. I mean, that's one experience that, you know, I pray to the good Lord that I do get to work for the Falcons in that capacity one day, or some major, you know, sports network, because it was amazing. But, you know, and I really enjoyed it. You know, learned a lot. There's a lot I'm gonna take with me to when I call my first game, September 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, September 6th, be Furman versus Presbyterian. So yeah. What? It'll be a football. This year? Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, man. It's a home game.
Handle business.
They already handled business for me. Was it 2 years ago?
It was probably a year ago. They weren't that good last year. Furman, they weren't that good.
A win is a win.
Win is a win. But hold on. Now, the other two times I played Charleston Southern, we put a little belt to ass. We put some belt to ass.
All right. Fair enough. I never got to play against Furman.
All right then.
Never got to play them. So
you know,
not play. We played. All right. If we had played them, bro, we would have put B there for sure.
No.
That year we almost beat Eastern Carolina, bro.
So what? Bro, we almost beat Georgia State and Virginia Tech. What are you talking about?
Damn, that is true.
What are you talking about? And this is the same Georgia State team that beat Tennessee and Tennessee.
Agree to disagree.
What are we talking about?
We scored against UGA.
Congrats. Oh, you want a cookie for that? I don't know. For that. Congrats. Hey, look, we scored against Clemson. They ran the table that year, so I don't know. And they had Dexter Lawrence. They had Christian Wilkins. They had T-Law. And y'all know what it's like playing against T-Law, right?
What it feels like when you play football in South Carolina.
Bro, they had Davis. Bro, they had Stetson Bennett, bro.
Okay, we really going to act like Stetson Bennett is like some world beater.
My bad.
I'm about to say, we're going to act like Stetson Bennett a world beater. Third string quarterback for the Rams. All right, I'm done.
My bad, y'all. But now, for real, getting to see you, getting that opportunity to go to the Falcons camp, bro. Yeah. Like, as soon as it popped up on my field, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, that's big time.
But let me tell y'all, bro, like, the importance of actually going, and you got to see it a little bit, too. You went to that podcast and something. When y'all both went, you kind of got to see, like, how important it is to go to some of these things, you know, to actually go there and network with folks. Because I went to the Black Sports and Business Symposium. Shout out to the folks that run that whole thing. Wasn't in Georgia this year. It was in DC. It was in Howard. But I went to that 2 years. 2 years in a row. I missed the first one. And I missed the first one because the first one, ESPN, like they were actually there, like doing auditions and all that other good stuff. So I missed that one. But God's timing, everything happens for a reason. So I went the second year, ran into Steve Weich, right? I didn't know exactly what to say. Like I was kind of scouting. I was scouting him out. Like I saw he was on the phone. I was like, all right, as soon as he got the phone, I'm gonna go up. We're gonna talk. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna hit it off. Whatever. Go up to him. We talking. Of course he's busy. Like you're a chief national NFL reporter. Like folks are probably sending you stuff about players. Yeah. His phone is always in his hand, and it's just really cool dude. We're talking, chopping it up, and this was the time Desmond Ridder was about to be the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. So this was when I had false hope of Ridder time. I was thinking like, okay, he might show some. Took the team to the it was a semifinal playoff team, all that good stuff. There's some hope there. But I was naive in my thinking, which is fine. And I'm here. I am telling Steve Weich, like, Desmond Ridder might be that dude. He's like, he was kind of like.
Oh, he knew. He knew before.
He had an idea. Again, me telling somebody else that's seen hundreds and hundreds of NFL players, right? Talking about, Desmond Ridder gonna be that guy. No, sir. Shout out to Des. Hate you got cut, but by the Bengals. But hope you find somewhere. But so talk with him a little bit, and. To this day, like I will always see Steve Weich as like the ultimate mentor to me when it comes to like sports media and just being a great professional. And I was like, hey, like, can you take my resume, just take a look at it, whatever. Like, I really appreciate learning from you, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll take it. And then he said, well, shoot me an email and, I'll get in contact with you.
Right.
In my head, when someone says shoot me an email, I'm like, all right, I ain't never going to hear back from you. I ain't never going to hear back from you. But the first thing he said, as soon as he said that, was like, I'm not one of those people that won't respond. Like, I will respond, but it won't be at that moment, but I will respond. Since then, like, anytime I email him, like, I'm trying to network with, get somewhere again, contact with somebody. Got the contact. Like when I tell you, like, dude is like one of the best human beings I have ever met. In terms of this media business.
Yeah.
By far one of the best. And this is something too y'all will learn. This business is very tough to like progress in. In sports media, it's so hard to progress in. And so when you're trying to like learn and you're trying to get tips from somebody that's already established in there, they're less likely to help you out because it's kind of like, oh, you might take food from my table, right?
Yeah.
This man is like literally poured it, into me, like gave me some great information. And then eventually I just hit him, like later I hit him up, this year, and I've been in contact with him just about every year. Hit him up this year and I saw it cause he was going to be, in Atlanta for training camp.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, like, can I just come and shadow? Like, I don't need nothing crazy. I just want to come and shadow on Saturday. Like, I don't have a ticket. Like, can I just do that? He said, yeah, we'll find a way to do it. Found a way to do it, and there I was. So it was an amazing. That's the power of networking, though. What a lot of people don't say out loud, but it is such a vital and crucial thing. I'll tell anybody: network. It will help you in the long run.
You don't really understand what networking is until you network. Like you hear that all the time in high school and then in college. Like network. You need the network.
Yeah.
And even being real, like in college, I'm like, all right, I
you feel me?
Yeah, nah.
But until like I got in the actual field, I was like, oh, I understand it now. Because even with the event we went to the first day, somebody I met at work, I'm at the event and I text him and he like, you want to come backstage and just see how everything was operated. Networking. If I didn't talk to him at work, I wouldn't even got to go backstage and do something.
See what I'm saying?
So the power network is definitely very pivotal.
Hey, use it, man. Use it, bro, because you just never know. Like the right person you come across in that moment could lead to your next opportunity, or it could be the person that tells someone else, to take a look at you. You just never know. It's a beautiful thing, though.
That's real.
Hey, I think it's time to get that MBS check in.
Man, where do we even start now?
I'll kick it low. I'll kick it low, bro. Mentally right now, like I said earlier, y'all can feel the excitement.
Yeah.
Bro, it's football season. Like, and on a real, like, that's where everything started for most of us. Like, sports. So it's like whenever it comes around and it's like that week one is like, things are just a little smoother.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
And then at work, things is going well. Pops came by the studio. So he'll be on the show again in a couple weeks. So
okay, dope.
This last time he came, I really like sat there. I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like the fact that I'm at work right now, but my pops is here as talent. Like he's on the show, so it's like I just really took that in, was appreciative, and I was looking at him. He was making jokes during the show. I'm like, I see where I get some of my shit from. For
Yeah.
he was making jokes, ain't laughing. I'm like, I've been saying the same thing sometimes.
Yeah.
But overall, bro, mentally, I'm very good right now. Body wise, like I said, it's solo journey. It ain't the easiest.
It's tough.
No, it's not easy.
It's not easy at all. But like I said, I checked in the group chat. I see my boys getting it. I'm like, all right. Gotta figure it out.
Been there one too many times, bro.
Gotta figure
I'm kind of
it out.
tired. I've been tired of it, bro. I'm glad I'm back, bro.
That's so. If you, bro,
we missed you.
I'm glad back, bro.
Hey, look, we miss you too, but we're glad to have him back at least. We'll get you at some point. We'll get you back at some point. We don't know when. We'll get you back.
That's what they be telling the bros on practice. We're gonna bring you up. That shit. Anyways. But body wise, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. I miss the guys, but the work gets done regardless.
Oh, for sure.
Had good chest day, good arm day today.
Okay.
And then spirit wise, bro, I'll be real with you. I am good mentally, but I did find myself at work. I was telling Matt, like, sometimes I'll get questions to where, like, maybe it could have been done another way.
Yeah.
And I feel like with being in the space for a certain amount of time, you do get confidence to be like, no, this is how the job should be done. Like, I do this every day versus you telling me to do a job I do.
Yeah.
So I had to tell myself, I was like, bro, you complain too much. You pray to God for this. So just whatever needs to be done, get it done.
Oh, for sure.
And that's that. So,
I know what that's like, boy.
Yeah, so I know for me, my past couple weeks, whenever things get tough, I just always try to like remember, like, you pray to God to be here. You talk to God to be here. Now you're actually here. Yeah. What are you complaining for?
Yeah.
Like, be grateful for where you at. And, we always talk about gratitude on here, so
that's true.
It might be redundant at this point, but I just got gratitude for everything that's happening in my life, y'all life.
For sure.
We get to see Justin on Saturday, Louisville first game.
It's crazy how that all worked out too, man. It's crazy how that worked out.
I ain't gonna say too much, but just tune in to Louisville at 3:30. So it's like I can't wait. I genuinely get joy, bro. Not only like when my brothers eat, I'm like, hey, life is good. Like, God is blessing everybody around me too. You can't just ask for blessing for yourself. You gotta ask for God to bless others.
Oh, bro, like there's a whole thing like they talk about like this way to pray. You always you acknowledge God, like talk about all the great things that He is. Then you confess your sins that you committed that day, whatever, and then you go into thanking God for everything that you need to thank Him for, like seeing another day, watching over your family, friends, loved ones, whatever, and then you go into like making your request to like, hey, like continue to watch over my family and friends, and then you put the other people first and keep yourself last. I promise you, that's the best way to pray. Best way to pray.
That's a good. That's a great approach, bro.
That's how I do all my prayers.
That's kind of how you. That's how you.
I'm gonna definitely try to take. I mean, because I definitely, I don't know if it's in that specific order, but I do like that, so I'm probably gonna try to implement that.
Yeah, I think it's called like I want to say it's the ACTS model, but I could be saying it wrong. I think it's like acknowledgement, confession, thankfulness, and then the S. I think it's the S one is I don't know what that stands for, but it's something like that. That was like a whole thing. Yeah, that was in the men's group, and I was like, oh, this is dope. I like this. Yeah, it's interesting.
We'll let you slide right into the NBA check-in.
Yeah, man. Mentally, man. I mean, I'm excited. Obviously, like football season is back. Yeah. Just a lot going on this year. Of course, get engaged. Put you in a whole different mindset of like what you need to do as a professional. Yeah. So you're going through a job search, like, because you got to figure out like where do you want to start your family, and like do you want to start where you work at now, or do you want to work somewhere else and start a family there? I'm on that ladder, and like I want to start a family, but I want to work somewhere else though, and I want to enjoy it. So going through that process, of course, like games are getting ready to start coming back around. Got the first Big Nasties of the Week segment that was posted earlier today, which was really cool. Hey, bro, I try to always think of different ways. Like last year when we first did it.
I tuned in, man.
Hey, it was in the basement. Like, we just now this year, like, you know what? Let's just get on the board this time. Like, let's do something on the board. Let's elevate it, this time around. So got on the board. Really excited for where that's going to probably end up going. I think that's going to be a really fun thing to always just have in the back pocket. Of course, did some interviews, so I'm feeling good. And I'm very excited for September 6th to be back in the booth calling games. Been spent a lot of time really digesting and understanding, defenses and offenses this past off season. Mm-hmm. Just seeing things from a different perspective. It's very easy to talk about what you know. For me, it's offensive line and defensive line play. Like, I can talk about that all day. But when you get to the nitty gritty of coverages, understanding like cornerback alignment versus how wide receivers are stacking them, and then understanding how they run the routes, you learn a lot, and you're able to use that stuff when you get into the booth. And there's a lot of stuff I'll actually learn from Steve Smith Sr. That I'll be able to use, in the booth going forward. And it was a really good game that he taught me. But so I'm feeling great body wise. Yeah. Hey, look, man, I got it from my seat like earlier today.
I feel you,
bro. I was like, I had to rock up for a second. I was like, ugh. I'm making old man noises to move. Like, body is
casualties of war, bro.
Casualties of war. Shout out Rashad Hodge. Shout out to you. But body's definitely feeling up. But it's a good sore.
I love it, bro.
It's an amazing feeling. Like, I cannot wait for legs tomorrow.
I love it.
I look forward to that.
I feel like it's the closest thing to like football, the feeling wise, that we have right now.
Yes, yes.
When it comes like the pain of it, you know what I'm saying?
But what makes it fun though is like it's the fact that you got people around you in there, like,
makes it different.
Yeah, you got crazy dudes with you, bro. Like, that is just so fun. It's not just you.
Yeah.
Like, they like if you ready, like if you ready to go and be one with God, like you go and do that. Like, you just know that somebody not like you just know they're not gonna let you die, but you can go in there a little bit more reckless. But if it's just you, bro, you actually might go in there with God.
Sometimes I actually feel like I'm on the verge of it. Like,
by yourself, you probably like right here.
Speech, bro.
We go up a spin board.
I'm telling you, man. Like, it's kind of like, should I do 365 on the bench today by myself? Let's just try and see what happens. And then at that point, hey, it's life or death, man. Do or die. Fight or flight.
Body feeling good.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, mentally, yeah. Pretty much, like, really the last couple episodes, Cole, like, I've been in just like an autopilot kind of mentality. I finally just got somewhere company-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I got somewhere, even with this podcast, it kind of like works out hand in hand with where I'm at working-wise, where I can like be places at once, because I have so many different things going on, like outside of the office and outside of work itself, bro. Like, I'm just kind of grateful for that, bro, right now. So I'm in autopilot, bro. Body wise, man, pretty much saying cook. Cook, not cook. That's just one word to describe it. And then spiritually, bro, I like we say, we have attitudes of gratitude. That's like the really just what we say pretty much every episode of this.
For sure.
But I like how you put that when it came to the ways to pray, because we kind of like the way we kind of spoke about it was like just being thankful, or at least showing thankfulness first.
I mean, and look, like,
but I like the way you put that.
It's absolutely fine if you want to start off. No. Like, there's no correct way to do it, in my opinion. But there is a way that I feel like, I feel like it really like glorifies, God, and I feel like that's probably the best way to do it in my eyes. Of course you want to always acknowledge like who he is. He's amazing. He's great, loving, forgiving, giving, waymaker, provider, all those good things. Confess your sins, whatever it is, right after. Tell him, what you're thankful for. Thankful for the things he's done for you today, for your family, your friends. Think about it, bro. I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah.
People die every day.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you like, man, it gets closer and closer to home, and then next thing you know, it dips away from you. So it's like being thankful that family gets to see another day. You get to see another day. Your loved ones get to see another day. Like that's huge. And then you go into hey, like now I'm asking for something, but let me say I'm asking for everybody else before I ask for myself first. It's like literally putting yourself last. That's a whole totally different way to like do prayers.
Yeah.
Put yourself completely last. And I'm still learning that more and more, but it's been such a great transformation to go from, just starting off my prayers with just saying, or just asking for stuff like, but now it's more like, hey, like I'm going to do this step by step by step. Finish with myself last. I just prefer that so much more now, and I feel a lot more empowered doing that.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. Nah, that might be a check-in, bro. It's
a great one.
Dope, bro.
Life is good for all of us right now. Life is gonna be a whole lot better Saturday morning. So let's hop right into it, bro. Bro, we got Ohio State, we got Texas.
Yeah.
At the shoe.
Yeah.
Before we get into the game,
that's Arch crazy.
Archman, bro.
Yeah.
We done seen a slight bit of him last year, right?
Oh, bro.
We saw a slight bit last year.
Yeah.
And of course, we done heard all this potential for years now.
Sure.
Like, what is he gonna look like when he gets reins in college?
For sure.
We finally arrived. I feel like it's taken a while.
Yeah.
We're finally here.
He's in the driver's seat now, bro.
In the driver's seat.
Yeah, his job.
So what? All right. Before we get into the game, what you think about Arch going into this game?
I'm not gonna lie. I was not super impressed with what I saw. When Texas was playing, I was not super impressed last season. Like, I mean,
last season.
Yeah, like last season I was not super impressed. I mean, like it looked like a quarterback that we'd see any other quarterback do some of the same stuff.
Yep.
I wasn't that impressed. Like any modern day quarterback that can, is athletic enough to take off and scramble or can throw the football really well.
Yeah.
I didn't see any throws that I was kind of like, oh,
first round pick.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that made me feel like, you got to, go ahead and hit the, get up out of there. And nothing made me think that. But what I will say though, I like the kid's moxie.
I do too.
I love his moxie.
He said something the other day about like people coming after us. Nah, we don't look at it like
it was
coming after people. We got the red.
Yeah, he said. When he said, that quote right there.
That, bro?
Yes. He said no. He said people said we got the target on our back or something like that. He said, but no, we got the red dot on them. I said, well, that's a quote from like no other. That's a quote like no other right there. Hey, when he said that, I said, all right, no, I'm invested.
Even if the talent might not be there, I know like up there.
I think the talent's definitely there. I just think that when you really get your first reps, as a college quarterback, and you're not fresh, like it's not your job just yet. It's mindset wise, like you're not really thinking about making play after play after play. Sometimes you're just thinking about, all right, I just need to keep the game managed, and I'm just trying to make plays. Now, when you're in the driver's seat, all right, then we, all hell can break loose a little bit, and you can kind of, let your hair down. But, I'm excited to see what kind of quarterback he is. A lot of people say he's kind of like a little bit more of a mobile, like Eli, from when he was in college. I want to see what kind of, passes he's going to throw. Like, can he layer the ball really well? Can he throw the football in tight windows? Yeah. I'm not expecting to have like a rocket arm like Penix has, but I'm expecting to see like some really like high caliber throws from an SEC quarterback. And that's another topic about SEC quarterbacks. I think a lot of them are overrated. I think the SEC is overrated when it comes to quarterbacks.
In the past or just in general?
I think in the past, absolutely. I think there's only been a handful of SEC quarterbacks that have really panned out in the NFL. At least the modern day NFL from what I remember seeing. I mean, of course, Joe Burrow is probably the more recent quarterback from the SEC that's been balling out. We talk about Stetson. Stetson's not really not a starter. I don't think he'll ever be a starter.
Jalen Hurts as an SEC quarterback. He was there longer than he was in the Big 12.
Yes, but no. I wouldn't. Only reason why I won't classify him as an SEC quarterback is because he left Oklahoma to go to the NFL.
That's true.
So he is in my eyes, he's an Oklahoma guy.
Yeah,
So that's his journey. But Cam Newton was a great quarterback, but not as, don't get me wrong, dynamic passer, but not like a Matt Ryan or what the NFL was at that point when it came to passing the football.
Right.
Dynamic dual threat quarterback though. Dynamic. But you can look around like the SEC. There hasn't really been a quarterback, probably in my opinion, since Joe, and then if you want to look back further than that, Matt Stafford, who really just light it up when it comes to throwing the football. So will Arch be the guy that will make that bridge? Maybe. Will it be Lagway? I don't know. Could it be Lenore Sellers? It could be, but that's TBD. We don't know.
What does Arnold look like at Auburn with you? Because he has moments. We'll get to that though.
Yeah, I'll say my thought about Auburn.
Yeah. All right, so that's how you feel about Arch.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Arch. But I think the talent's there. I think the talent's there.
Though, how you looking at Texas?
I will never count Lane Kiffin out. Not Lane Kiffin. Steve Sarkisian. I'll never count Sark out on anything. Sark knows how to recruit.
Yeah. Yes.
Sark knows how to recruit.
They got some guys there.
So with that being said, Texas will have a good offense. I think they'll have a great offense. I think defensively they'll have some pieces there where they'll be successful in the SEC. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But kind of looking at Ohio State, they always have a team. They probably got the best football player in college football right now in Jeremiah Smith.
What does he do this year?
No.
They got probably the best quarterback. I mean, not best quarterback, best receiver that's in college football right now.
Oh, no question.
And he's not even eligible to go to the NFL yet.
That's the crazy
bro. That's the craziest part.
Freaking nature. I mean, kind of really gives me more Megatron vibes, like just in terms of what he can do, the type of player he is. But I don't know if Julian Sayin is going to be dynamic enough to really continue to keep them as a playoff contender. That's the question. And of course, as every good football team deals with, you got to replace guys that graduate, go to the league, transfer out. You got to figure all that stuff out. So it's going to be a great game. However, I think it's going to be a sloppy game. It's not going to be a polished game. I understand first game of the year, but it's not going to be very polished on the components where they have prided themselves on as a program, where they've been notoriously good at. I don't think it will be clean football for that on that side.
I mean, you got two. I mean, even though Arch is a junior, he's young on the field.
Yeah.
You look at Julian on the other side. This is his first start ever.
Yeah.
So that does play into the sloppiness. Like, started an opening game to this even magnitude, like not even close. So.
That's very true.
And you're playing against DBs that got experience too, and it's kind of like, all right, well, you throw it here, then it's going to be picked.
Low key, I'm excited to see Arch getting that open field and Caleb Downs come down here. Hey, I want to see that 1-on-1.
Now, they're saying Caleb Downs is really not that fast.
Yeah. So he's not. But I want like 1-on-1 because I have seen Arch put moves on dudes.
Yeah, Arch is talented.
Caleb
I will say that.
Guy. Like that's he's different versus these other guys. So honestly though, pick wise, I think I'm leaning towards Texas, bro.
Okay.
Something about I know we saw from Arch last year, but I don't know. It's just something about that last name, bro. Like, and then the team they do have, I think I'm leaning towards Texas for some reason.
Okay.
What about you?
I'll let Matt go.
And go you.
Oh, split. It's a split.
What do you think Ohio State?
Bro, I don't. I just think Jeremiah Smith is in like a. I think he's a generational receiver.
No,
bro.
he's
like by far. He'll be the number one pick when his time comes.
I don't know, bro.
But the thing with that though, and this is what I'm afraid of. I mean, numbers is numbers. Like he gonna get picked number one regardless of what his numbers is, but he will be double teamed.
That's fine, but you gotta think about Ohio State has now become receiver U.
Yeah, bro.
They got Carnell Tate.
They got dudes there.
Guys.
As long as you got a quarterback that can get them the ball, and you got an O-line that
can he drive that Maserati? Can he drive that car?
I'd say as a QB, bro, it gives you a heck of a lot more confidence knowing you got guys that
That's true.
You know you got them guys on your, you know what I'm saying, on your perimeter.
He down there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm about to say because at that point you don't have to be deadly accurate.
Yeah,
you just gotta be within their range.
Especially at a game of this magnitude for both of them early in their careers, bro.
Oh yeah,
it just takes a little bit of pressure off you.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So can he run a little bit, Julian, or is he straight?
I don't know. I
don't know too much on him. Like I remember he was committed to Bama, but then he ended up going to Ohio State.
I will say this about all college quarterbacks. I don't think there's a college quarterback these days on the Division I FBS level that's not athletic enough to run around. I think that at this point, all of them are athletic to run around. I think we've transitioned away from being a true pocket passer, a dual threat athlete. Like I feel like all of that stuff has completely left. I don't think that's what we can categorize guys anymore. I think it's either you're a pocket quarterback, you're a pocket passer first, but if it's not there, you're mobile enough to, go get the first down if you need to.
Bryce Young,
Mahomes, guys like that. Like we're not asking you to run a read option, and get down the field, for a 40-yard run. We're not asking for that. If it's 3rd and 5 and nothing's there, but the middle of the field's open, pull that ball down, go get me a first down, and we'll live to fight another set of downs.
Right.
And even with dual threat athletes now, I will say though, depending on where you go, some teams will use that running ability a lot more than they will use your passing ability. As we've seen, it can hurt guys that go to the league. Anthony Richardson, that's the thing. So with Lenore Sellers, it's kind of like dynamic athlete, really great runner.
How they molding you for it?
How are we molding you as a passer? Because the NFL will always be pass first for quarterbacks.
Right.
100. Exactly. So it's like, okay, well, if you can't throw it that well, what NFL team's really going to want to take a shot on you in the first round?
Right.
If we're saying you're a first round talent, but you're not a first round passer. But then again, it could be like a Lamar Jackson situation where Lamar always had the ability to throw the football and he could always play well doing that. But Louisville used his running ability so much, and he knew when to use it, though. So and that's the reason why Lamar has been successful in the league so far, because he knows how to use both. But when you look at some of these quarterbacks now in college, it's more about how can we use you for us to win. For a head coach, how can I use you so I can keep my job?
That part.
It's not really more about me developing you to be an NFL quarterback, but how can I achieve my success through you by making sure I keep my job,
right?
Because this is what these guys are fighting for at the end of the day. It's not about growing guys like it is in high school. Some coaches in high school, they actually care about your development. They care about you being ready for college. Some coaches do too, but some just care about getting a win. You see guys that really dip into the transfer portal. They're not worried about developing guys. They want guys ready to come in and keep their job, protect their job. So that's just where it's all heading. But that's what I see in regards to that. But Julian, I don't know. I think he's a pocket first guy, but that has the ability to scramble. I don't know if he was labeled as a dual threat on 24/7. So we'll see. But I think he has enough. Athleticism to tuck it and run if he needs to. He said he hopes that what's his name? Julian? Yeah, holding that Juju gets in the first game against Georgia Tech. So it's more of a thing of where like you're anticipating that there's going to be a time somewhere down the line where Juju's going to be that. He's going to be the guy.
Well, I think he was only saying that because he did say that he said the game will control that though. So
it's fair, yes.
Unless they're probably up by 2 scores.
Yeah, I took that out of context.
Like
media.
a Tua in almost Jalen Hurts situation.
Yeah, but at the same time though, when you kind of you got a used car, but you got a new car, you got a Maserati at that, and then you kind of got a 06 Range Rover in front of you. You gonna use that 06 Range Rover till you can't drive it no more, but you got that Maserati ready to go.
I guess you hope that car, that old car, don't run out. You don't really want. You want to use.
Yeah, you want to use it once it break down.
Yeah,
but it's no different from what we saw. This last NFL season. You look at Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. Very similar circumstances. 2 new quarterbacks in a new system. if one gets hurt and can't perform, okay, well, we know we got a Maserati that's ready to go.
That's what I was thinking about. That's
so, I mean, that's, and I think with Coach Prime, it's imperative and it's crucial to get young players exposure to game atmosphere. As all three of us can attest from playing on the collegiate level about how important it is for you to get those reps against another team. It's different in practice where you got a different color jersey on and you can't be touched by anybody, but when them lights come on and you on the actual game field,
so different.
It's a lot different. So I think you kind of got to get him used to being around that atmosphere. That way he's not a deer in headlights when God forbid Slater goes down or he gets hurt. You don't want Juju coming in like wide eyed, like I don't know what. I'm shocked. So it all serves its purpose, though.
I do think so. This is year three for Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like he just really made it intentional to beef up that O line. He's really made it intentional to beef up that D line.
Games won in the trenches.
They look like I'm tuned in to most of the videos that Welloff put out and recent people put out.
Yeah,
they look different. They moving different.
Physical.
They look like way more physical than they have in previous years. And I think not having a passer like Shadur is going to force them to run. I know he wants to run, but it's like now you're forced to. You don't have a top two. That is true. Should have been top 2 quarterback in a draft no more. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what Salter does, but he's not the passer that Shadur was in college. So I think with all that coming into play, I do think they get it done versus Tech. I think it'll be a pretty good game for the first 3 quarters. I think I'll see Colorado pulling away probably like late third quarter.
I don't know. You can't sleep on Tech. You really cannot sleep on Tech.
Texas is a fan. I know how that shit.
Hey, I got a question for you. So were you hurt when DJU was actually throwing some good footballs during the NFL preseason?
I seen a video of my homeboy. I said he couldn't do this in September.
Yeah, maybe there's something wrong with y'all. I don't know what it is. It might be y'all. It might be y'all.
Y'all really don't know what's going down there.
Because Tommy talked a lot of smack to the wrong folks.
With that, bro, he gotta put juice in them, bro. Like last year was last year, but we gotta have something to look forward to, bro.
Yeah, you've been holding it down for a minute, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I know
that gotta be agonizing.
I kind of see y'all like Cowboy fans. You always think it's gonna be. You always think
we've got it done.
The Cowboys got it done in the past too.
That was years ago.
Y'all were years ago.
No, it was I was in middle school. I was in middle school.
Oh my god!
And we won the ACC. That was my that was junior.
But we sound like
you hear this man, bro?
Yeah, that was.
You hear this man, bro?
Who get it done?
More than a decade ago.
We'll come back.
Okay.
To Florida State. Right.
About a decade ago.
All right. What?
All right.
I got a pen.
It's there.
What intrigues you the most between the matchup between Georgia Tech and Colorado?
I want to see how the new look trenches are for Colorado. I think that's obviously going to be the key point. I want to see guys that step up. Obviously, you lost a heck of a lot of great players on that Colorado team. I mean, besides Travis Hunter and Shador, I mean, Jimmy Horn was a really good receiver. Exactly. Hey, he made it. LeJohn really talented receiver. Hey, he's going to be a
practice squad.
Hey, you had a lot of dudes that could play ball on that team. So I'm really curious to see how the trenches will look. How that whole offense and even the defense will look without those guys that basically kind of led the way for a new era in Colorado football, offensively and defensively. So I think that's going to be great to see. Like, what is it like not having a Travis Hunter anymore? What is it like not having a Shedeur Sanders anymore? And then, when you look at Georgia Tech, it's kind of like, all right, we saw a lot of flashes last year.
Yeah.
Can we keep the lights on now?
Yeah. That's true. They easily probably could have won 9 games last year.
Oh, yeah, they could have beat Georgia. Yeah. They had Georgia dead to rights.
Miami beats.
They had a lot of teams. They had a lot of teams dead to rights last season. They just didn't finish. So now the mission is, if you're, Coach Brent Key, is can we finish games? And I think that's the biggest thing for Georgia Tech this year is can you finish football games?
Yeah.
And I think if they are able to do that, then I like Georgia Tech for a lot of games this year.
Yeah.
I think they'll run into some brick walls, i.e. Clemson. I think they're going to run into a brick wall with that. Yeah. I don't know what Belichick is cooking up in North Carolina. I am too. I don't know what him and Jordan got going on up there, but they might have something going. Yeah. And even SMU could be a really good team in the ACC.
They were last year.
Exactly. So, I mean, you just, that's a league where you don't know, but I think Clemson will win that league. But still, that's not the point. But I think between those couple of factors for both teams, I think that's what I'm really curious to see. Does Colorado actually have their trenches figured out? Are they dynamic on offense? It's a new team now. Are you better or are you worse? It's simple. Are you better or are you worse than what you were last year? And then for Georgia Tech, it's just like, all right, can we finish games now? Can we show everybody that we are an 8+ win team when we should have been last year? So I think that's what I'm really excited to see. Soon.
I mean, they definitely still got some. They got some dogs at receiver in Colorado. Amarion Miller, past 2 years he's shown flashes, but he kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be the year he get it done. They got Draylon Miller, who's little Debo.
Yeah.
For real, he little Debo.
Mm-hmm.
They got some transfers in, so I am excited to see how Colorado looks on Friday. But then on the other side, Georgia Tech got dogs too, at running back, Jamal Haynes, he's that tough, guy. Though.
He's different.
He's.
It's kind of crazy how they get running backs though.
It is
because you think about Jahmyr.
There as a receiver.
We think about Jahmyr Gibbs was there at one point too.
But yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They lost him though,
and they just had that receiver Singleton. That was just at Tech. He transferred to Auburn. So they be having players, but they lose guys.
8-9 win teams have been 7-win teams.
But you really think they're really going for a national championship, or you think they just going just to get more exposure? I ain't gonna lie though, choosing Auburn to. Sorry, I'm not gonna diss. I ain't gonna diss Auburn like that.
You got a higher ceiling at Auburn than Tech, for sure.
Debatable.
For real?
Right now, debatable. Auburn's fell off tremendously.
I'll just say the people you bringing in. You got a higher ceiling.
Well, okay, I actually see where Cole coming from now. At first, I was tripping, but now I kind of at this stage,
higher ceiling.
At this stage, bro, Auburn did take a massive fall off, like a massive.
How will Auburn look in the ACC and put Georgia Tech in the SEC?
Georgia Tech's not going to look great in the SEC, but here's the thing, though. There's going to be some games they're going to win for sure. I think they'll surprise some folks. They would beat no disrespect to Vandy because y'all showed some stuff last season. Yeah. I think they would beat a Vandy. Yeah. I think they could beat a Missouri. They can beat an Arkansas. They can beat a Kentucky.
Florida?
No. DJ Lagway, I think, will surprise a lot of people this year.
I'm interested to see how he looks.
I think DJ Lagway.
Because I see the comparisons to Cam and others. Great dual threat quarterbacks. But I got to see it for a whole season.
That's the thing. Once you see it for a whole season.
Last year he wasn't in the driver's seat.
I want to see it for a whole season too, but I think Tech can play with some of these teams in the SEC. Obviously, they're not going to beat an Alabama. They're not going to beat. They almost beat a UGA. So we saw. It's possible.
Just chill.
It's possible. That's what I'm saying. It's possible. Now you look at Auburn. It's kind of like, all right, well, you're not going to beat Clemson. Forget that. You'll beat Florida State, but you're not going to beat Clemson.
The fact that
I singled it out like that.
Damn.
All right.
I think Auburn actually would probably be a top 3 team in the ACC. I really do think that but they're not beating Clemson, but they will beat Florida State.
All right.
Circle back on
that. That leads us into the next matchup.
Mm-hmm.
SEC versus ACC.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
LSU and Clemson.
Versus Clemson.
Woo!
Now this is a battle of the Tigers. Who got the real Death Valley?
Technically, Clemson will always have the real Death Valley. And it's only because they got the naming of it. They had it for years, whatever. That's not the point, though.
Their interest is a little tough. It's tougher. Way tougher.
Yeah.
Their interest is tough. I ain't going to.
Yeah. Down the hill?
That is
crazy. But
it is tough, yeah.
K Klubnik, people were saying he's going to be a first-round pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
People were saying, well, ESPN has him top 5 in Heisman odds.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side, you got Nussmeier coming back. They're saying he's going to be a first-round quarterback.
Yeah.
They always got receivers.
They do.
They always have a pretty solid defensive line. How you think?
Who?
Clemson.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you about saying about LSU. About saying,
Yeah. All right, so how you think this game pans out?
I think the real Death Valley is in South Carolina.
I
think the real Death Valley is in South Carolina. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the defense that Clemson has. All right. Yes. I don't think there's been a year where Clemson has not had first round talent on their defense side of football.
Yeah, at least one position.
I think at least in one position there has not been a year where they don't have that. I think last season was probably the first season where there wasn't any Clemson guys that went in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think any went in the first round last season.
Yeah.
I think so. That was the first. But you talk about Peter Woods, T.J. Parker. Those are two guys on the defensive line that are really good. One's an edge and one's a defensive tackle. Sammy Brown, he's an outstanding linebacker. Is he
a sophomore or freshman?
No, Sammy should be a junior this year, I think.
He went to Jefferson, right?
Yeah, I think he went to Jefferson. He should be a junior this year. Okay. And he's a really, really good football player. I went to a high school football camp. Watched my one of my little cousins, Tevis Metcalf. Yep. He was he was doing drills at corner in that camp.
A linebacker was?
No. Tevis was. But the funny thing is, like, I went there to see, my blood relative perform. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't help but notice this white boy that was balling out at linebacker. He caught my eye. I was just like, yo, this kid is amazing. Yeah. I'm there with my dad, and we're just like, yo, this dude is.
It's dope to see, bro.
Yeah, like he's a really talented football player. So him, and then you got AJ Terrell's little brother, Avion. I think he's a really good football player too. I think they're talking about him as either being a late first round or early day 2 pick. So that defense is stacked beyond anything else. I mean, they are really good on defense, and then offensively, you got your quarterback back. He's improved at different times. I'm not sold on him being a first round talent. I think he's a day 2 talent. And of course time will tell, but their receiving core is actually pretty good. They do have Clemson's always had a solid receiving core in my opinion. Offensive line wise, they got a guy, Blake Miller. I think that's their left tackle. A solid guy. I think he's a day 2 guy as well. And they got a stable running backs back there. Yeah. So they have a lot of talent on offense and defense where they can be successful. I think Dabo Swinney runs a well-oiled ship. To where they'll be successful. I really do. But when you look at LSU, yes, they do have an outstanding quarterback in Nussmeier. I think Nussmeier actually will be a first round pick. I can see that. No shade to the Saints, but I feel like that's where he'll end up. His dad is an OC there for the Saints. Oh, really? So I feel like that's the only natural thing to happen is to get your flesh and blood there. Now, hopefully he balls this season, so he earns that, but I think Nussmeier's a great quarterback. Of course, LSU, they always find ways to have speed, on that receiver. They'll always have that. Offensive line wise, I think they got some guys returning. I think they have most of their guys returning. I don't know. I didn't really get to look at their offensive line, but they usually have a solid, 5 that's there. I think they actually got some guys fighting for jobs. I think it's between their left tackle or left guard and their right guard and their right tackle, I think. Or it might be their left, someone on the left and someone at right guard. I think those are 2 positions that maybe center, where there's still like a competition at, but they're gonna play like 7 guys on the O line on Saturday. But here's the problem with LSU though: it's their defense. Always been, they're not really good on defense. They haven't been good on defense since that national championship run, in my opinion. Yeah. But Will the SEC, the big dog of what the conference is, actually overtake an ACC school?
That's
the main question.
Is it at Clemson or LSU?
It's at Clemson this year. So next year it'll be at LSU, but this year's at Clemson.
It's a 2-year.
It's a 2-year, yeah.
Are we seeing a shift? Are we seeing a shift of power?
No, absolutely not.
No. Oh, I don't think ACC will ever.
Never.
I don't think they'll ever.
You think so?
And their best chance was some years ago, bro.
Even then, the ACC will never be the top dog in college football.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because think about it like this: who really wants to go to Wake Forest and play college football? You don't hear anybody saying, "I really want to go to Wake Forest and play college football."
If you know, SEC school that offers you probably go to that.
You're right.
Yeah, like you got your offers. Like I'll put it like this:
Vandy or Wake Forest.
That's the question. I'm not answering that, but that's the question.
Yeah.
You're right.
But then you look at even like would you rather go to Clemson or Auburn?
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah. Would you rather go to Clemson or would you rather go to Kentucky? You see what I'm saying? So those are the type of things that play a part in all of this stuff. So I don't. I'm gonna go say. I'm saying I'm gonna take Clemson for this game.
I think I am too.
That's what I'm gonna ride with. I think they're the real Death Valley. But yeah, so I'm gonna go with them.
Fair enough.
Clemson too.
I agree. Agree.
Even though I'm not the biggest believer in Cade, the guys around will help get
we got to see it. Did he improve?
Did he improve?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
I'll give him his credit.
Yeah,
what I've
did he improve?
In the past couple of years, he's a good quarterback. But is he great? I don't know yet.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, Dabo might have to go get. I mean, he might have to go get a transfer quarterback next year. I don't know. I mean, Vizina, I know he's behind Cade, and he might be a dude. So we'll see. Those are the conversations that'll be had. But I'm excited to see what that team will look like.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So the matchup doesn't really matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michigan versus Mexico State,
right?
Yeah.
One team specifically, one player specifically.
Sure.
You got a quarterback.
Yep, Bryce Underwood.
Yes, freshman.
Yeah,
starting.
Yeah,
all eyes on him.
Besides the play, I just gotta bring this up. This is the day we in, right?
Yeah.
I'm just looking stuff up.
Talk to me.
He signed a 4-year, $12 million deal.
Yeah, richer than me already.
Paid $3 million as a freshman.
Must be nice.
New Mexico head coach basically was like he basically getting paid the same amount as all our players and some of our staff.
Get your funds up.
But what is all right? I know all that's all cool.
It's great, actually.
Like, what's the actual reality of what he's gonna do this year as a freshman in Big Ten?
All right, we got to tamper. Like, let's like cool down expectations. It's college football.
Yeah.
High school football is cute and all.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But a DC in high school cannot game plan a lick like a college football coach can. That's like me saying that, I'll put it like this. That's like comparing me to be a defensive coordinator to Brett Garvin as a defensive coordinator.
Oh.
Garvin will run circles around me when it comes to game planning.
Yeah.
I would know nothing compared to Garvin. But, that's how I see it, though. Bryce Underwood was a heck of a football player. But I don't think he's going to have the effect immediately that a lot of Michigan fans are hoping for. I think it's going to be a slow kind of, process. He's going to figure it out. I think this is the great tune-up game to have.
Oh, it's a great.
It's a great tune-up game to have to kind of get, go against some real competition. But, again, you got to look at the overall picture of what Michigan has on offense. Do they have the weapons that can help Bryce be successful? I don't know. Do they have the right play calling ability to make Bryce successful? I don't know. Was it really just the money that got Bryce to go there instead of going to LSU, which I think that's where he was going to go? I don't know. Probably.
A lot of things in the air, bro.
So, I mean, it's one of those situations where I would rather him sit, maybe 4 games and just be like, all right, well, this is how we would do this, that, and that in the third. And then you kind of say, all right, well, so-and-so is our starter right now. He's not really getting it done. All right, Bryce, go do your thing. But I don't know. It might be good for him to have that tune-up game. I think it'll help prepare him for, what the rest of the year could look like.
Yeah. I mean, you can't set your expectation too high. I don't care who the freshman quarterback is.
Yeah.
Even with him. So I think he'll have a solid year, but it's a little different.
And to your point, I mean, there's only so many freshman quarterbacks that come out that are just like that dynamic. Yeah. And that's, in my opinion, that's mainly Trevor Lawrence was the only, like, in my recent memory that I'm thinking of right now, was the only freshman quarterback that played like he had been playing college football for at least 3 years. Like he was that good.
I think people forget that too. But
yeah.
Go ahead.
You know. So I don't know. Bryce could be that guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think he is.
He has a higher ceiling than JJ ever did when he was there.
Okay, this is. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't get what the hype is about JJ McCarthy. I don't understand it.
No disrespect.
There's no disrespect at all. I don't see why he was a first round pick. I don't understand it.
If I was the Vikings, I would have kept Sam Darnold.
I would have too.
I would have kept Sam Darnold.
I mean, I just like I don't understand like what is it about JJ McCarthy that screams he's a first round quarterback and he's a franchise quarterback? What is it that Viking fans are saying that this is the guy? We got our guy. He's going to be great.
Yeah.
What is this? Like what? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a quarterback whisperer. I mean, I guess that's what it is. But I just don't get it. Why is JJ McCarthy in these conversations? So Bryce
has a higher ceiling than JJ did.
Yes, I think so. I think so too. I mean, but you got to look at the offense that Michigan was running when JJ was there. Yeah, their folks was running the football.
That is true.
They had some guys that could play receiver, but they were running the football.
That's true.
Yeah, we're not asking. It wasn't like Penix where you're asking Michael Penix to like carry the football team, or Caleb Williams, or Jaden Daniels, or even Drake May. Like, why is JJ McCarthy in the same conversation as these other four quarterbacks?
We're gonna find out this year, though.
We are. Yeah. I'm just tired of just hearing this JJ McCarthy discourse. I'm just sick and tired of it.
He won a natty, but when he went
I don't care. Stetson Bennett won a natty. What are we talking about?
Yeah, Stetson won too.
Like, what are we talking about?
More in those, anyways.
Like, what are we talking about? As you can see, I'm very passionate about JJ McCarthy.
That draft was weird, bro. It was.
It's very weird, but
another game we got kind of the battle of the teams trying to get back on their feet per se.
Okay,
just you and Bama.
Woo! Give me Bama. Roll Tide.
Hey, hold on! Before you give your reason,
yeah,
I was thinking about this on the drive up here, bro.
Please.
And Matt kind of said it perfectly. Both teams at this point have dirt on their name. Both teams at this point are trying to get back to those glory days.
Yeah.
Both teams last year didn't perform to expectations.
I agree.
Both teams have new personnel in a lot of positions.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yes, I understand it is Bama. This come from me. I understand it is Bama, but this ain't Bama. This ain't Roll Tide. This ain't Nick Saban. This
no
is Bama.
facts. Facts.
All right, so let me ask you this: What's coming back on the Florida State offensive line?
See, the thing is about that, like I said, it's a lot of newness.
Yeah, well, so Bama got guys that are returning.
That's cool.
That were starters.
That's cool, but
we talking about a future first round.
Who's that QB? Paul Tyson? Not Paul Tyson. My fault.
Tyson Simpson. Yeah,
we seen him in action for USF a couple years ago.
Hey man.
I would assume
I saw Miller in action and I was like, there's no way in the world, but they made a way.
All right, but on the real,
they made a way.
What does give me hope on the real is
you better not say Tommy. You better not say Tommy gives you hope.
What?
You better not say Castellano. How you say his name? Yeah, you better not say that's the one that gives you some hope.
Besides that, I think he's going to be better for us this year than DJ was for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Time will tell.
I will tell. But like I said, on the real, I feel like we're both in the same position.
Yeah.
And it being at Florida State. Ty Simpson, this being his first opening game start of the season. Like our chance. And I hope these players get healthy, but they do got a lot of injuries, especially on their D-line. So I like our chances a little more with the circumstances.
That's very reasonable. I like all of what you just said. Does not make me change my mind.
Typical for FSU fans.
Yes. Cowboys fans.
Wasn't you trembling when y'all was playing?
Hey, bro, chill, bro. We always do that when we rivalry.
All right, when y'all play Marshall, I don't want to see like.
Marshall was talking that hot stuff too, though. I
don't want to see no drop.
They talk. No, it's like they was talking hot stuff to the bigger dog.
Okay, this year, bro. Okay, kind of like actually, no, it's not a revamp.
No,
I want to consider a revamp year. No,
quarterback it might be.
Quarterback, definitely. But all right. Besides that,
all right.
FSU versus Alabama game. Bro.
Yeah.
What do you see?
What
are some of your expectations?
I'm expecting to see a different performance defensively. I think that was the key thing that was missing in last year's Alabama team was a lack of good defense. It was just undisciplined. Just made a lot of mistakes. Guys weren't flying all over the place. Like, it was just not good defense for that Alabama football team. I'm sure if you were to ask BB, he'd probably say the same thing.
Yeah.
And then when you look at their offense, you got some newness at that quarterback position. Guy that's going to be getting his starts. Receiver wise, you're going to have. Yeah, you got Ryan Williams. But you got some spots you can figure out too. But they got backs though. They do have running backs. So
hurt though.
That's fine. But hey, you know what Alabama is, man. They're really RBU at the end of the day.
Well,
in my opinion, in the old school days, it's RBU.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But when you look at, to me, and I'll always say this, the game is won in the trenches.
For sure.
Yeah. You got a center that probably is a second round pick, maybe a third round pick, really talented guy. You got a left tackle who came back from Iowa, even though he didn't play there, but came back from Iowa. Caden Proctor. It was weird, but he's a really good football player. And they have other continuity on the other three positions on the offensive line. So I like them a lot more than I like Florida State.
I can get down.
And at the same time, y'all taught jump. Your quarterback taught jump. Your 5'10" quarterback taught jump.
Hey, we can't put a height on it.
You're right. My bad. Short king. Respect y'all. But y'all tossed Matt to the wrong team.
All right, let me be real. Should he have done that? Probably not.
Yeah.
But
sweet.
But like as a leader, you got to know how to get your guys going. I don't think I was necessarily trying to say
that wasn't the right way. That wasn't the right thing to do.
It might have not been the
worst thing to do.
Thomas, he's younger than me. He's still learning. But I think that was less coming for Bama, and more like, bro, we can compete with these guys.
But let me ask you this, D-Lo. What is it about Tommy Boy that you think that he's going to lead y'all to any type of promised land?
It ain't. I don't even. All right.
Did you watch him in Boston College? I don't think he watched him in Boston College.
No, the thing is, I watched him versus us the year we won the ACC. He went crazy. The year we won the ACC.
What was that?
It was
2023.
It was 2023.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, how did he look last year? You always good.
Well, he did us bad last year. We were
well, yeah, that was a terrible football
team. That's what I said the year before. So was it just y'all were just that bad, or no? I go back to that 2023 year.
Why? That's 2 years. That's 2 years ago.
That was we technically it's not when we start the season yet until Saturday.
Okay, well it's still 2023.
I expect him to be better than DJU, no question.
Okay.
The OC Gus Malzahn literally has cultivated this offense for him. They was at UCF together.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Honestly though, I just like him more than DJ because I know he can use his legs.
Okay,
DJ he wasn't gonna run.
Yeah, he was a pocket first guy.
And that's to say something.
Yeah, he's a stellar athlete. Yeah, he looks like he can be a stellar athlete.
With Tommy, all right, even if he can't get that ball downfield, I know he's gonna give me at least a couple yards scrambling. And I don't know. It's something about Gus and something about the way Mike been talking.
Mm-hmm.
I like our DC from Nebraska too.
Okay, yeah.
White. So I just think we'll be better than last year. Will we be 12-0? No. Realistically, I think we go 7-5. And honestly, going into this game, I'll keep it a being with y'all. Of course, I'm gonna talk crazy.
Somebody getting fired.
Of course, I like us to win, but I just want to see us compete. Just compete.
You don't want to see no one lay down. I don't want to see that either.
Be respectable.
Yeah.
Be respectable. You know who I'm rocking with. You know exactly what I'm rocking with on Saturday.
So I just want to be respectable.
3:30 at Doak Campbell.
FSU over Bama.
Florida State wins 28. 28-21. Let rock. I got Florida State getting a dub. I got us going 7-5 or 8-4 this year. Check back in around January.
All right. Yeah. Well, cut the episode on that one.
Wow.
No, about tripping.
I mean,
yes.
But don't you think the newness of both teams does help?
No.
I think
it doesn't help y'all. I really don't feel like it helps because y'all pissed off. Y'all pissed off the wrong team though.
Yeah, I mean,
it would have been different. Y'all would have said that about like Vandy. Okay,
yeah.
But I mean,
I'd say that about Diego. Why not?
Would you expect your quarterback to? Would you want your quarterback to say that?
I expect my quarterback to shut up.
Be different.
I don't care.
All right, we gonna see. I can't. All right, when we see what happens on Saturday.
I'm saying if Tommy gets, all right,
I just feel like all right. I think him doing that, bro, already kind of like added fuel to the fire of like Florida State always like hyping them, like getting a certain type of hope of something, and then just completely just
like Cowboy fans, they always think it's their year. Oh, this is the year we turn things around.
I think Cowboys like they be like, no, we gonna win it all.
You're right. The Cowboys are depressing.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like more of like just the idea of like talking ish like that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And like something, and it goes a complete opposite way. Realistically, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yeah, you know.
It would be a bad. Hearing Florida State players,
you feel me? It'd be a bad look.
Tired of hearing that shit.
You know, so
I mean, you know, if I had a choice between Florida State and Florida, like I'm choosing Florida.
All right.
Choosing Florida.
Take me to the swamp. Respectfully.
What's the next game, bro? What's the next game back, bro?
I know we got just other sub games. We got Syracuse and Tennessee.
I think that'll surprise me.
Give me Syracuse.
Yeah,
I like give me Syracuse.
Even though Tennessee is ranked in Syracuse,
I don't even care about them being ranked.
Head coach at Syracuse, the system they run, I think
I have seen.
I'm so locked in on Syracuse right now.
What's the head coach name?
It's Frank. I think it's Frank Brown.
The
black dude. Yeah.
He wanted to do the. If y'all don't remember, he wanted to do the spring game
with Colorado.
Yes, so I know what type of coach he is. If you want to do that with Dion, I know what type of head coach.
Yeah. Give me Syracuse for that game.
Bet Miami, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Let me tell you why. I am not a believer in Carson Beck. I don't think Carson Beck really wants to play football.
You know.
I don't think Carson Beck wants to play football.
I
think if Carson Beck had it his way, he'd be on Love Island right now, trying to win the hearts of America.
Let's be real. Carson Beck better player than I think Gunner will be.
Oh yeah, hands down. But give me Notre. I think Notre Dame just plays a different brand of football.
I agree.
So yeah, give me Notre Dame.
I'd probably say Notre Dame too, but I am interested to see how he does look for Miami. They run a totally different offense in Georgia. So
yeah.
He'll probably it might be a little more. Would you say simple for him playing for Miami?
I think I don't think he's not a terrible quarterback. Let me say that. I don't think he's a terrible quarterback. I don't think he's as good as America has made him to look. If that makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he's kind of in that same boat as Cade Klubnik. To where he's not necessary. He's not bad, but he's not a first round pick. I think he has a lot of first round talent.
Yeah,
I just don't think I don't think he really wants to play football.
Fair enough.
So that'll be. I question it a lot. So if he's actually locked in, okay.
Fair enough.
When he's on, he is.
He's on. Like he's one of the better quarterbacks in college football. But I just think Notre Dame is. I think Notre Dame will have success. I don't know. Now I'm second guessing my pick.
I mean, but I would say Notre Dame has built up some tradition. Like
they're a hard-nosed football team, but I don't know. Sometimes Notre Dame doesn't match well with other team speed. Team speed plays is a little different than Notre Dame speed.
They have big games in the regular season sometimes for Notre Dame. You don't know what team you're gonna get sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll stay faithful to it. Yeah, give me Notre Dame.
Agree.
Yeah, give me that.
Fair enough. We know it's the second year to 12-team playoff.
Yep.
Y'all think it made it better or worse though? Just doing that.
Making a 12-team playoff?
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
For me,
I like it.
At first, I was like, all right, it's gonna take some of the significance away from these games. Like some of these games just don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you gotta look at the lens. those teams from like 7 to 12, right? You get to about that second loss, you treading water.
Yeah.
You treading water at that point to make the playoffs. So I think in that sense, if we're looking at the bottom half of the 12-team playoff, it does make it interesting because, I mean, bro, you got to think. How many games Georgia lost last year?
1, 2, 1 or 2.
No,
they lost to Alabama.
Yep.
I think it's just one. It's just Bama. Just Bama.
But I remember in that Tech game, I was like, all right, now, like, I lose.
Yeah, we just had close games.
Yeah. And even with Bama last year, like, they lost the game and we was like, all right, they're not going to be in. So I think for those bottom half teams, it makes it interesting towards the end of the year because it's like, all right, you already had 2 losses and you probably got a couple big games left. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it made it worse. I think it low key made it better because I also like the first round games at the schools. Like that's Ohio State, Tennessee. That was I know it was a blowout, but then a playoff environment was crazy.
That was insane. I remember.
So I like that part for sure.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I just enjoy I enjoy the competitiveness. I feel like guys play differently when there's more at stake. I think that's a good way to do it. And I, personally, I'd like for them to expand it because, the FCS, they have a 24-team playoff. I feel like there's no reason why the FBS couldn't do that. I think that'd be much more exciting for a lot of fans to see a 24-team playoff.
Yeah.
Because guys are going to take it a lot, seriously. It's going to be treated differently than just, we got a bowl game. Okay. Going to the league. I opt out.
Yep.
Nah. True. Yeah, chance you could be a Cinderella story. I think that just changes the game. So I don't know. It's a lot of football to play, but I mean, I think everybody would love to watch that. If I'm being frank with you, so. But yeah, I enjoyed the 12-team playoff though.
Most definitely. I mean, you get to see teams you probably didn't necessarily expect to win. Like going into the playoff. Let's be real. Most of us didn't think Ohio State was going to win it all.
I didn't. I didn't think Arizona State was going to be where they were. I didn't think Boise State was going to be where they were. I mean, but that made the games fun to watch. But of course, like when you play in those games and you're a G5 school or you're not one of those bigger name schools, sometimes it shows.
Yeah.
And you run into teams that are exactly who they say they are. But it makes recruiting even that much more crucial too. So I mean, there's an argument for both.
Yeah.
All right. Heisman hype, bro. ESPN Sports betting, right? They got their top 5.
Yep. Who are they?
Number 1, they got Arch. Number 2,
of course they do.
Cade Klubnik.
Yeah.
Number 3, Garrett Nussmeier. Number 4, Jeremiah Smith, the only non-quarterback. And then at number 5, they got Lenore Sellers. What do you think of that list? And out of those 5, who has probably the best outcome, best possibility to win?
Nussmeier.
You think so?
I think so.
Think so?
Why Nussmeier?
I think Nussmeier.
Yeah, I actually want to know.
Because, all right, I don't know if y'all saw that Nussmeier was just awarded the number 18 jersey.
I did see that.
That's like a huge deal for LSU football. That's like a huge deal. I think just Nuss showed a lot last year to where he's extremely capable. Again, I don't know what kind of receivers that they have at LSU. I really don't. But they usually always have some guys there that can play on offense, right? So I feel like he's going to be able to keep that going. I think he's talented enough. I know what you guys are probably thinking is Arch,
I'll say this with Arch. And this is honestly genuinely how I feel, bro. He goes into Ohio State and they win. And he plays at least a good game. That race might be over with.
I put it like this. Arch goes out there and throws for 300 yards and completes over 70% of his passes. Yeah, sure. Give him the Heisman. Yeah. I mean, he deserved it at that point.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's Nussmeier's to lose. I think Jeremiah Smith, it'd be cool to see a receiver do it. But you don't have a quarter. We don't know if you have the quarterback to really get you there.
That's fair enough.
And Cade, I'm still not sold on Cade just yet. And again, back to Arch, I'm not super sold yet on Arch just yet. And then Lenoris is a heck of an athlete, but at the end of the day, are you really going to impress the voters because you can be a great athlete or because you can be a great passer?
Yeah.
I think that's what you run into.
Even that Clemson game, like, yeah, they won. He had a great game. Like, he barely threw the ball.
Exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, all right, well, if you're in a game where they force you to throw it, are you lining it up or are you laying up a goose egg? So, you know.
At the same time, I think we're kind of looking at the new QB deal for Jeremiah Smith differently, bro. I think we're forgetting the fact that, like, just as much as QBs can make a wide receiver good, in this case, the wide receiver's making a QB better, bro.
That's true.
That's
true. That's true.
And especially as a QB, like, bro, you can look so much different as a QB with when you just receivers. Especially a wide receiver like Jeremiah Smith. He's not even a dog. He's what's the word above that? Like, he's different. He's like
he's a beast.
Yeah,
he's an alien. Sure,
generational at least.
No, he is. I mean, he's a really talented football player.
I don't necessarily think we're like. I don't think we should be looking at it like he's not gonna have the tool. He is the tool. You know what I mean? Like in this case.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. I still think, in my opinion, Jeremiah Smith.
Best chances of winning.
Yeah,
I understand your argument, but
I think so.
I think at the end of the day, the Heisman is still a quarterback award.
Yeah, I think winning has to do with it too.
It does.
Sure.
It does. Like if LSU wins Saturday, then yeah, I like their chances of I like Gus's chances of winning the Heisman for sure.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Who's a sleeper for that award that we ain't talking about yet?
Ooh, man. Let me think.
There's some guys out
there.
No,
there's some dudes out there.
That could possibly just surprise us.
I know I have one on top of my head.
Like, who knows, bro? I know I'm not the highest on him, but shit, DJ Lagway go out there if Florida start winning.
Lagway's a guy that I would say too. Lagway's a guy. If Ryan Williams got better at playing wide receiver, I think Ryan Williams can make a case for himself too.
Am I tripping if I say Arizona State's quarterback?
He could as well. He could as well.
I'm pretty sure he was on that list, but like a little further down.
Yeah, he could as well. I mean, there's guys out there. Obviously, I mean, everyone already has their idea of who could win it already. But it's kind of the beauty of college football. Like, there's going to be some football player, whether it's a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, whatever, that completely just shocks us all and like, whoa, where did this guy come from?
Right.
So, I mean,
that was Jincy last year.
Yeah, that was him. So,
his number, I looked at his numbers from previous years. Like, he did his thing, but like the last year was different.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was different.
Yeah, I don't know. So, we'll see.
Can't wait, bro.
It's gonna be a great season.
Can't wait for this weekend. Can't wait.
I'm glued to my couch, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm gonna be up north. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be at Granny's house, just literally watching football.
Well, I'll be at a wedding, so
tough.
But we already talked about how you plan it.
Yeah. I'll figure something out. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. We had to bring our bro back on cold, man.
Talk a little ball, man.
Make sure y'all tune into all this stuff we got going on. It will be in the description for the video. Continue to like all the Instagram reels, the YouTube shorts, TikToks, all of that. Continue to support. Anything you want to say before we get up out of here, bro?
Hey, man. Not only just support me, but support these two. These guys have been pushing out episode after episode after episode. I mean, you guys are consistent, and consistency shows. I mean, you went from recording, in the back of the shack. You know what I'm saying? And now you got your own studio set up. So I mean, it shows the progress. I mean, just keep going, keep doing these interviews, man. Y'all keep supporting them too. They're getting new camera equipment, guys. Like, support these guys. They're making efforts for y'all. Not just for them, but for y'all too, because they want to give you guys a high quality product. But yeah, man, support these two. Of course, support me as well. Again, first game September 6th. Furman versus Presbyterian. That's going to be a fun one. Got 4 more games after that, so it's going to be a fun season. It's going to be great. So thank you guys for tuning in, listening to all of us just badger and talk and go completely off the topic, but we enjoyed it, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Hey, man. Y'all know how we do it. It's the Juh Kickin It Podcast, and we out. You dig.